Welcome back to Gender Discourse and how technology can help ensure women's safety in a city that has been dubbed as the rape capital of the world. Well, we have a third caller, Dr. Sunita from Delhi. Doctor, are you on the line?
जी, हेलो।
हाँ जी, हेलो। Please ask your question.
हाँ, मैं ये पूछना चाहती हूँ क्योंकि महिलाओं के संदर्भ में बातें हो रही है और एक मोबाइल ऐप्स के बारे में बातें की जा रही हैं, तो जिस चीज के बारे में बताई जा रही है उसमें थोड़ा और डिटेल बताया जाए कि जो लोग इस चीज के बारे में पूरे अच्छे से नहीं जानते हैं उसको कैसे हैंडल करेंगे, किस तरह से इस एप्लीकेशन को यूज कर सकते हैं। मान लीजिए जो लोग रिमोट एरिया में रहते हों या फिर बहुत दूर जगह पर रहते हो जहाँ नेटवर्क भी ठीक से काम नहीं कर रहा हो, उस सिचुएशन में इस एप्लीकेशन को कैसे वो यूज कर सकते हैं, क्योंकि सिर्फ बना देने से और उसके एप्लीकेबल से कोई रिलेशन नहीं होता है। तो जो लोग इसको नहीं अच्छे से जान रहे हैं वो कैसे किस सिस्टम से किस प्रोसेस में जा करके इसका यूज कर सकते हैं, अगर इस डिटेल को भी बताया जाए तो लोगों को यूज करने में ज्यादा सुविधा हो जाएगी।
जी सुनीता जी, हमने डिस्कस तो किया था कि ट्रेनिंग चाहिए औरतों को, लेकिन मिश्रा साहब उसको डिटेल में बताएंगे आपको।
मैं आपको फोन पे ही बताता हूँ जी। जैसे इस फोन पे ये हिम्मत का पेज आया जी, इसके बाद एक SOS का बटन आ गया। अच्छा, इस SOS बटन को, ये जो प्रोसेस है इसको एक तो सबसे पहले कोई भी जो महिला हैं ये इसको डाउनलोड कर सकती हैं गूगल प्ले स्टोर से या दिल्ली पुलिस के वेबसाइट से। जैसे ही वो उसको डाउनलोड करेंगे उसमें एक प्रोसेस है पहले रजिस्ट्रेशन का, जिसमें कुछ पर्सनल डिटेल्स और प्लस उसमें 2-3 और नंबर्स जिस पे डिस्ट्रेस के समय उनको जो है उसकी सूचना दी जा सके। दैट इज द ओनस ऑन इन द पुलिस व्हेन दे विल इन्फॉर्म देम। और जैसे ही वो अपना वो रजिस्ट्रेशन कंप्लीट करते हैं उनको इमीडिएटली एक SMS आएगा और 1 टाइम पासवर्ड आएगा। उसके बाद वो हमेशा इसको एक्टिवेट कर सकते हैं। फिर पासवर्ड एक बार उन्हें करके अपने फोन पर इसको डाल लिया तो फिर जैसे मैंने आपको बताया फर्स्ट पेज वो आया, सेकेंड ये SOS को दबाने के बाद ऐसे दबा दिया हमने तो ये फिर पूछेगा कि डू यू रियली वांट टू सेंड SOS मैसेजेस, यस और नो। अगर आपने इसमें नो कह दिया तो नहीं जाएगा, यस कह दिया तब इमीडिएटली फिर यहाँ से वो जो है, मैं नहीं दबाना चाह रहा हूँ क्योंकि अदरवाइज अभी मैं करूंगा तो इमीडिएटली हमारे कंट्रोल रूम से चला जाएगा। लेकिन अच्छा, इसके बाद अगर उन्होंने यस नो कुछ भी नहीं कहा तो भी इमीडिएटली वो अलर्ट चला जाएगा उनके पास। अगर मैं इस पे थोड़ा और देर कर दूं तो हमारे पुलिस कंट्रोल रूम को, क्योंकि द ऑपरेटर मे बी इन ट्रबल, शी मे नॉट बी एबल टू रिस्पोंड। और इसको एक्टिवेट करने के लिए एक तो हुआ कि आपको फोन को खोल के SOS करके देख के उसके बाद करना है। दूसरा सिस्टम है कि आप कुछ नहीं करना चाहते हैं तो फोन को इसको आप 3-4 बार हिला दीजिए। उसके बाद जो है यहाँ पर एक पावर बटन होता है उसको 3-4 बार आप दबा दीजिए। तो ये 2-3 तरीके हैं जिसके थ्रू जो है आप इस फोन को एक्टिवेट कर सकते हैं। अभी ये फोन हमारे पास जैसे जो रजिस्ट्रेशंस हो रहे हैं, ये कॉल्स हमारे पास, अब एक कॉल जिस दिन ये लॉन्च हुआ उस दिन हमारे पास आउट ऑफ इंडिया से कॉल आया। अब आउट ऑफ इंडिया के कॉल को तो हम नहीं उसमें ये कर पाएंगे, सुन लिया हम। कुछ कॉल्स हमारे पास NCR टाउन्स के से भी आ रहे हैं, तो NCR टाउन्स के लिए चूंकि हमारा कंट्रोल रूम जो है वो एक हमारे हॉटलाइन के थ्रू हम लोग कनेक्टेड हैं अपने नेबरिंग पुलिस जो डिस्ट्रिक्ट्स हैं NCR टाउन्स के, तो अगर कॉल आता है तो हम उनको इमीडिएटली इन्फॉर्म कर देंगे कंसर्न नेबरिंग पुलिस, उनके जो कंट्रोल रूम को, कि आपके यहाँ से इस जगह आई है, आपकी जो अपनी पुलिस की गाड़ी है वहां पे भेजिए, क्योंकि हम तो अपनी गाड़ी नहीं भेज पाएंगे बिकॉज ऑफ इश्यूज ऑफ जुरिस्डिक्शन। लेकिन जो हमारे यहाँ कॉल आई वो इमीडिएटली अभी वो हमारी, तो आपका कम्युनिकेशन बहुत क्विक है। हाँ, और उस पे जब इन्होंने इसको किया तो डॉक्टर सुनीता जी की जानकारी के लिए इमीडिएटली 30 सेकंड का जब उन्होंने एक्टिवेट कर दिया SOS तो वो ऑडियो वीडियो भी बनना शुरू हो जाएगा उनका, और वो ऑडियो वीडियो हमारे अपने सिस्टम में जाएगा। वहां पे हमें एग्जैक्टली ये पता चल जाएगा कि किस लोकेशन से ये कॉल आया हुआ है। उस इलाके की जो हमारी PCR गाड़ी होगी वो उनके पास जाएगी, और पुलिस कंट्रोल रूम फिर कॉल बैक भी करता है कॉलर को कि उनकी लोकेशन पे अगर कहीं उसको कोई प्रॉब्लम हुआ लोकेशन जानने में, एंड दीज आर वेरी क्विक जो हम। और अब चूंकि हमारा ये जो 100 का सिस्टम है, PA 100 सिस्टम, ये पुलिस स्टेशन तक इंटीग्रेट हो गया है। कुछ साल पहले तक ये पुलिस स्टेशन तक इंटीग्रेटेड नहीं था। अब जो कॉल हमारे सेंट्रल पुलिस कंट्रोल रूम में जाती है, साइमल्टेनियसली वही कॉल की सारी डिटेल्स वगैरह जो है वो इमीडिएटली हमारे जो जुरिस्डिक्शनल पुलिस स्टेशन हैं वहां भी जाती है। और आपने एक ये बात बताई कि ये अभी मतलब बड़ी संभ्रांत महिलाओं के लिए जो है, मतलब ये हम लोगों ने एक, आई मीन देयर वाज अ रीसेंट सर्वे इन विच इट इमर्ज्ड दैट द मैक्सिमम वर्किंग वुमेन दे आर यूजिंग एंड्रॉयड बेस्ड फोन. So, this was one reason. But for other people, I mean, the lifeline of Delhi is P100. 100 number is even otherwise available for anybody.
मैं चाहती थी ना कि जो अफोर्ड नहीं कर सकते,
तो नहीं अफोर्ड कर सकती, 100 नंबर तो उपलब्ध है, तो 100 नंबर तो अभी भी हमारे पास। वो तो एक ये स्पेशल मतलब हमने किया, लेकिन अदरवाइज बाकी सब लोगों के लिए तो 100 नंबर। अब ऐसा नहीं है कि अगर इसके अलावा 100 नंबर पे अगर कॉल कोई करेंगी महिला और वो डिस्ट्रेस में है तो रिएक्शन नहीं होगा।
जी
वो होगा। और 100 नंबर इज स्टिल, आई विल से, अ कॉमन मैन्स नंबर. इट इज अ नंबर विच इज every people in Delhi, they access this. That is what the figure you are saying.
Right. At this stage, we have a fourth participant, Pooja Singh, who's a recent graduate. Welcome to the show, Pooja.
Hello.
Well, Pooja, we've been discussing all these new modern apps on you know, smartphones. Have you any idea about them?
Yeah, I have heard a few from US, like Circle of Six. Who was
Circle of Six has been operating in Delhi also.
Yeah, also after,
it's been introduced,
after US,
yes.
Yeah. But yeah, Himmat app has been recently launched on 1st of January. I don't have much idea, but I have heard.
Well, as a young woman who's going to go into the working force, do you think, would you be interested in including these apps on your phone?
I will be interested.
Or do you have any apprehensions about them?
I don't have any apprehension as far as installing the app. It's easy to install an app, but the main thing I think comes for intervention, like what's the space for intervention, what's the scope, and how it will function.
Okay.
So, yeah.
We have another caller, Rahul from Himachal Pradesh. Rahul, please ask your question.
Yeah, ma'am, I have 3 questions. Firstly, I want to thank Delhi Police regarding this. Now, my first question is that does the government plan to roll out such an application for across India? My second question is that can this application be used by males also when they are in distress? And my third question is this, that this particular application caters to only the people who are using smartphones.
We were just discussing this, yes.
Does the police administration is trying to come up with any innovative idea which caters to the people who do not possess smartphones and which have only small simple phones, that I want to ask?
He has just said that the 100 line is best for people, for ordinary people who cannot afford a smartphone. But I think the rest of the answers can be given by Mr.
Getting, in fact, requests from many parts of in our own police forces we are getting across the country. But our first commitment is to the people of Delhi, where we are doing this, where we have planned this. But and we are also now trying to, once we see the whole response about this and the way it has been so encouraging, you know, the registration on Google Store is more than 15,000 people have already done this. And
he also wants to know whether men can use this. It's a very important question.
I think there is no, in fact, suppose...
Will the police respond to a man in distress? Could be any kind of distress.
No, I'm taking a hypothetical situation that I mean a couple, they are walking and the woman has landed up in problem and the person who's walking, the husband is carrying the phone. He has that phone is it's the registration of a phone which is important, which has been done. On if that is activated, definitely I mean the response will come.
Once it is a cognizable offence, they have to act.
Yeah, I'm coming to that.
And then it is the phone number which is registered onto it, which is being carried by them. Because there are many parents, they have phones in their name and they may have given that phone to their daughter. But suppose if that phone comes, it is not going to be the phone number, and if they are registered on that phone, the response has to come through that.
Yes. Well, what if this application is misused? What is the cyber law against it?
No, I'll just, before they point it out, to make it that it is not misused, we have actually the process of registration is only to ensure that, number one. Number two, we have said it is in the terms and conditions and the user should go through that also, because everybody also plays with a new system, you know. So to ensure that it is not misused, if someone who is repeatedly trying to misuse it 2 or 3 times, then it is going to be blocked. Then he will not be able to.
See, we have to look at other way, because now it is an established fact that mobile application, WhatsApp and other application of the Facebook can access your all the data on the mobile, whether it may be your contact detail, whether it may be your SMS. So now two type of mobile applications are into the market. One are which are launched by the private companies. So now they are having private server. Through these server, they can take all the detail from the mobile. So these details can be compromised. Though it is an offense under Section 72 of the Information Technology Act, but the person who is using the mobile may not be aware about it and may not have any evidence by which he could even make a complaint to the police that his data has been compromised.
Right.
Only it would come to the notice once that data has been misused, or he comes to know from some external source that his data has been stolen.
Very quickly, Pushpendra, do you think they should be, the IT Act should be amended, because all these apps are very new?
So about the act, I am not very knowledgeable, but I think what is the need is to also educate people in general, because our knowledge of cyber law anyway in general is very weak. So I think that there is also need to include this part into the curriculum, that what is IT Act, how does the cyber law works, how to protect your data. So there should be included in the curriculum so that people become aware of them.
Right. After two international scams, one is of Sony hack matter and after JP Morgan, now it is a established fact that security is a state of mind. One should be conscious about the security. Now see, in these cases of Sony, where the peoples are expert and they have the best of technology, still there was an unauthorized access. So the only solution is to educate the people.
And to remain aware at all times.
Remain aware.
Right. Well, we're going in for a break. Stay with us. Welcome back to Gender Discourse and a debate on how effective can technology be in ensuring women's safety. We have another caller, Mohammed Musa from Jammu and Kashmir. Mr. Musa, are you on the phone? Musa साहब आप phone पर हैं क्या? I think we've lost him. Okay, Pooja, I wanted to ask you, have any of your friends used these applications and are they happy with them?
I haven't heard of any friend using application for
are they aware of
safety. But yeah, like after Himmat app, I think there is a kind of awareness, there's kind of talk between you know, our friends that what is this and is it viable, is it worth using? And
well, what else does the youth expect of the police? Like, you know, the registration of cases has gone up. That's something I wanted to come back to, but we had so many callers that I've had to push it at the back. Registration has gone up. Women are more, I think they've been encouraged to come out and speak against it, you know, whatever's happening to them, even cases of domestic violence. So what else do you think needs to be done in this case?
I think the lacuna lies in communication between police members. So if something
police
happens,
and the audience, I mean police and the crowd,
like
people.
Every within the Delhi police also, I think there's a kind of lack of communication sometimes. So what happened is like my friend was being stalked by someone, and she went to the police station to complain about it, and he said that you have to wait for half an hour. So she was waiting and it took around 1 hour after somebody came, and she had to go to her classes also. Then she left and she called helpline, and they said that you have to come down to Harinagar police station because this number is of Harinagar police station. So yeah, it's a kind of, so she said, I won't be able to go to Harinagar today. So she said,
so Mr. Mishra, how can you combat this kind of red tapeism?
You see, I think Pooja is very right in saying this. I mean, I won't be able to react to this particular case. But definitely at times the response of the local police is not, I would say, very conducive to the victim. But to take care of this gap which exists between a victim and the law enforcement agencies, I mean, for example, I mean, information of everybody that we have a women help desk in every police station now. We have 181 police stations in all over Delhi, and every police station has a women help desk. So we also have time and again we have gender sensitization programs only for our police officers to take care of such kind of a communication gap which should not exist between the victim and a person who is supposed to extend help or assistance to them. That's actually a continuous process. But in this case, if I know the details, I'll also get it looked into that how it happened. And
as far as registration of cases is concerned, do you think police are now registering more cases because the police was the Delhi police was under a cloud, in the sense they were criticized for not registering cases very easily. So are they registering more cases, or is it a case of more and more women coming up?
I think it are both things. I'll tell you. In general, definitely in last 2 years, the present Commissioner of Police, he has definitely, I would say, that broken that ice of the mindset of the police officers at the ground level, where there was a reluctance in not registering the offense. You cannot control crime by not registering it. You can control crime only by registering, because that gives you a flare what is the state of crime in a particular area, and then you take accordingly preventive measures and all that. And that is why you see a very steep rise in the registration of a case. Very steep rise, and there are very clear-cut instructions that any case which has an ingredients of a cognizable offense which is reported to the police station, it has to be registered. It has to be registered, and that is why we have too many registrations, number one. Right. There is also an increase in the registration of cases related to crime against women. And post Nirbhaya, post that December incident, definitely you see that lot women, they are coming forward to report atrocities against them. This is a very healthy trend. This is a very healthy trend. Somebody who has been continuously harassed by someone, sometimes the parents used to pressurize the girl, don't report it to, why do you get into police ke saath pange mein kyun padti ho, ye kyun isko report, wo baad mein tumko ye karega, wo, all these kind of things. So the victim's brain, even if she is eager to go and report it, she is being brainwashed by people, relatives and everybody, and that such things are not reported. You have cases of incest, sexual assault, they are being reported. You'll be very surprised to know, but it's a reality that 95% of the cases of sexual assault, rape, I am telling you particularly, which has happened in Delhi, the identity of the victim and the accused is known. This again reflects a very typical mindset in the society, which again is a very important factor when we are talking about preventing crime related to women. That is very important. But the registration has it's a free registration, and that is one reason why the crime has also gone high.
There is still much
we will come back to you. We have a caller, Rita from Delhi. Yes, Rita, ask your question.
Yes, ma'am, I just want to know, is there any program by the Delhi police to introduce this himmat to the school level also? Because that the ladies, we are more interested in the downloading the games and everything, but we are not downloading and using that apps this kind of thing. So do they have any?
It is for the information of all other viewers and particularly the present caller, that we are going to start a very systematic education program regarding this Himmat app in schools, in colleges, everywhere. Even, in fact, I intend to write letters to all the principals of the schools and colleges, enclosing one page a brief note on the Himmat application and how it can be. And if a special request also comes in a collective gathering that we would like to know, although I have explained it the way how it is activated, Delhi police will be definitely, we would like every woman in Delhi to at least equip themselves with this particular kind of app, at least for their psychological self-confidence. They must feel confident with this. This is one tool. They have downloaded so many apps. They could also have some, as a part of their own personal safety, they should have this app in there, and that is what is the response is. Most of the SOS calls which is being received now, they are all being just to test whether the call is going or not. Immediately then the caller says that no, मैं केवल ऐसे test करने के लिए आपके पास phone किया था अभी. They are registered now, they have downloaded, and the figure is from the all, every day I give you the figure of 3,513 till 4 p.m. today. This is the actual registered users. The people who have done SOS call, the 689, they have called after registering themselves. That whether, because anybody, if you try to do something new, they would like to know whether if I am able to use it now, then only I'll be able to use it during distress. So they immediately call, and when the caller says that, okay, should I send the vehicle at this place? Well, no, I have called you to know whether it is working or not. I am registered and all.
Right.
So we are going to also have a mass education program for at least the youth and all the women and girls in Delhi, so that they know more about it.
Well, very quickly, since we have to wrap up, any other comments on how how it can be better security for women can be implemented through these apps? Any last
still
thoughts?
This application has a limited circulation because it can be run on only the Android phone. Secondly, one should have a internet enabled mobile phone, otherwise it cannot be installed at all.
Neeraj, do you have any suggestions?
No, I'll just correct Mr. Neeraj that of course it can act without internet also, because the alert will go even if there is no internet on the phone.
No, but it cannot be installed. How you will download
it? See, but I mean,
once
every
you cannot download
has
it.
some, but the
So
alert has gone to it.
You can't use
alert will go even if there is no internet. The alert will definitely go to the police station.
Okay,
the audio video recording will not be
right.
done.
But you wanted to add something.
For installation, it is required. If you did not have internet, you can't install it.
I mean, it is on Android.
You can't install it.
Okay.
So it would be available only to a limited population.
Yes.
But for rest of the people, I told you
we need to have some application which should integrate with the SMS or GSMS.
Right. Yes, Pushpendra, you wanted to add something.
So what I want to say is that many callers also asked about that. What about low-end phones? So there are technologies which can work on low-end phones. They can give out location, not as accurate as GPS, but they can give out location. And also, like this internet issue, so there are protocols called data over voice protocols. If you use them, you can still send some data over the GSM network. So there is a possibility of extending this application to other platforms, and also bringing it to low end, and also bringing it into situation where internet may not be available.
It is a better alternative. It's a good alternative as compared to the internet enabled.
Yeah, what are the promises that you'd like to extract from the Delhi police?
I would like to say one thing, that there should be an integrated approach across the country for women's safety. I know Delhi is a crime capital, but as he was saying that, he's getting calls from NCR and Gurgaon area. So yeah, so there is a kind of, people want their safety. So it will be good if, there is an integrated approach rather than just space-centric approach.
Well, thank you, gentlemen and young lady, for joining me in this discussion. Basically, the concept of democratic policing has been changing fast. From a force to suppress and restrict, it needs to change to a system for social protection. There's no doubt about that. And technology can only help if the people and the law enforcing body are alert and cooperative with each other. Ultimately, it has to be a partnership between the people, technology and the police for women to be safer. Apart from that, the mindset which we discussed has to change, and little boys have to be taught at the school and family level that women are human beings like them and have equal rights. Girls too have to unlearn the rules of patriarchy and demand what is rightfully due to them. With that, we end this discussion on gender discourse. We'll see you tomorrow with yet another relevant dialogue. Till then, goodbye.